Jolanda var här igår och bara, åh det känns som mitt vardagsrum. Alltså att det här ska vara som en så här fin litet. Och så Jolanda bara, åh jag lyssnade på den här artisten när jag var liten. Så här. Nej men Jonte. Hur är utbildningen? Hej!
Children that are more Swedish than IKEA, except for tax evasion and affiliations with the Nazi Party during the 1940s, will be deported out of the country because of their Afghani origin. Children that don't know other country than Sweden will be deported just because of their origin. There are children as young as 5 months old who have been ordered to leave the country by the Swedish Immigration Agency. But why? They follow all of the integration rules. They follow all of the rules of how to be part of Swedish society. Integration is a word that we hear everywhere. It's all about integration. We don't want to integrate. We don't want to learn the language. We don't care to integrate. We don't work hard enough to integrate, etc., etc., etc. At the end, integration means to disappear, to be invisible, to melt into fake promises of equality. The good immigrant and the good minority myth means that if we, minorities, behave and do as we're told, everything is going to be fine and we will be treated with dignity and respect. But as its name says it's just a myth. It demands from us to be dignified when facing violence and injustice. It creates division among communities, fosters internalized racism, takes away responsibility from structural racism, stop us minorities from having discussions about racism and control our own narrative, and show the ones who finally fight discrimination and bigotry as ungrateful. Ungrateful is such a funny word for me. Like if having dignity is an insult. It also adds up to the myth that diversity is something new that all of these poor, white, homogeneous countries must endure. Oh my God, poor Sweden. Diversity has always been part of Europe. Sweden has 5 national minorities, including the Sami people. Black people in countries like the UK and France have always lived there for centuries. Jewish, Muslims, and Roma people have lived in Europe for centuries as well, etc., etc., etc. But I'm not here to give you a history lesson, okay? You can do your research yourselves. I don't need to do like mental gymnastics to justify my existence. Ungrateful, what a word, my favorite word. I wish I could just tattoo it on my forehead. Colonialism and imperialism to this day, but we are ungrateful. Practice eugenics, sterilize us, kill us, but we are ungrateful. Enslave us, steal our gold, rape us, invade our countries, but we are ungrateful. Sell weapons to dictators and profit from wars. I see you, Sweden, making us run out of our countries, but we are ungrateful. Support dictators in our countries that kill us and terrorize us, but we are ungrateful. You exhibit us in human zoos, but we are ungrateful. Hate crimes are on the rise in Sweden, but we are ungrateful. You let us die in the sea when coming to Europe, but we are ungrateful. You deport LGBTQ people and queer people of color out to countries where aggressive homophobia and transphobia are a consequence of colonialism. I see what you did in Uganda and Jamaica, United Kingdom, but we are ungrateful. You steal our children through sketchy adoption agencies. I see you of Christensen from Moderaterna, but we are ungrateful. We are so ungrateful. You need to integrate to European values, but my native language is European. I only speak European languages. I grew up under an European religion. I have an European last name. I have an European education. I have read European authors. Some of my ancestors were Europeans, the shitty ones. I have read European authors. I have followed European traditions all of my life. Public institutions in my home country follow European models. Both my home country and its capital have European names, where we also have statues of European colonizers. I have always worn Western clothes, watched European TV shows, read European news. Our music and food have European influences. Our wealth, gold, crops, and even ourselves have built Europe. What do you mean that I have to be more European? What do you mean when you say that I have to be more European? I don't need fake celebrations of diversity from a neoliberal perspective. I don't need fucking H&M ads telling me that I'm awesome with token black models for their ad campaigns after the racist mess they did more than a year ago to sell a fake image of equality while they exploit and kill women of color in their sweatshops abroad and contribute to the planet's destruction by creating tons of fast fashion. I know I'm awesome. I know my hair, my body, my skin color, and my brains are awesome. What I need is to have structural racism destroyed and reparations. What I need, white cis people, is for you to listen. And to my siblings of color, I want to read this to you. It's from Pedagogy of the Oppressed by the Brazilian author Paulo Freire. Hopelessness is a form of silence, of denying the world and fleeing from it. The dehumanization resulting from an unjust order is not a cause for despair, but for hope, leading to the incessant pursuit of the humanity denied by injustice. Hope, however, does not consist in crossing one's arms and waiting. As long as I fight, I am moved by hope, and if I fight with hope, then I can wait.